Live struggle legacy. It's a whole movement.
I got you, big baby. I keep the struggle live struggle, live music. Pay attention to how we do it. And so my dog who never made it out. Live struggle, I got you, homie. We break it out, live struggle, live music. Pay attention to how we do it. And so my dog who never made it out. Live struggle, I got you, homie. The things we do when we down on our luck, like a dolphin, anything to get fucked up. What you think? Now we out here trying to get locked up. Desperation brings desperate measures trying to come up.
Hey everybody, it's your boy MP, Live Struggle Legacy, and welcome to the Live Struggle Legacy Podcast, Season 3. Now, real quick, if you haven't already done so, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification button. If you're listening on a streaming platform, please make sure you hit that follow button, download, save, rate us, start a conversation in the comment section. And if you're looking to promote your business, holler at me because we're looking for sponsors. Okay. No further ado, I have a very special guest. Me and this guest right here, we go way back to toddler years. This is literally like flesh and, well, we're not flesh and blood, but we are family. I've called this man my cousin for as long as I can remember. He is an author. He was a child actor. You still doing that, bro? We're going to get into that, right? So Dominic Leporati, published author, child actor, and true family right here. So Dominic, welcome to the show, brother.
Thanks for having me, man.
Well, thanks for being here. So real quick, I always like to tell stories. Our audience loves stories. So I'll tell a story about back in the day. If you want, no pressure, but if you remember a story about me, I'm sure you got some. And I don't care if they're embarrassing. You can roast me, bro.
Okay.
I know you know some stories.
Yeah.
So real quick, my mom and his aunt were best friends since like toddlers, right? And Dom's from Philly, which he'll tell you about. But my early memories of Dom, he would always come down from Philly, right? And us living in St. Pete, Philly's a big city, and I would always look forward to, the cousin from Philly, you know what I mean? He'd come down, he was always super cool. Like I was really into punk rock back in the day. He knew all the punk rock. So, he put me on to different music and stuff. So, I would always look forward to Dom coming down from Philly early on. And then Dom moved down here when I was like in pubescence, like
98.
Right. Okay. So I was like freshman year of high school, probably 13, 14 years old. Right. Yeah. And, damn, it was 98.
98, yeah.
Okay. That's what's up. And that's when we started hanging.
Yeah.
So, and what I remember, Dom had what year was that Le Mans?
70.
A 1970 Pontiac Le Mans. It was like a greenish color, right?
It was a dark gray.
It was a dark gray, okay.
Yeah.
And it was super clean. It was so crazy because I remembered it being like a green. That's so weird how the brain works. But I loved the Le Mans. I mean, I absolutely loved it. Every chance, bro, can we go for a ride? We go to the store, you know what I mean? Like, I love this Le Mans. I got a thing for cars, especially old schools. And I remember one night, I was probably about 14, and I think Dom had a little bit too much to drink that night, right? And I remember you drinking Jack. You drinking Jack and Coke, bro. It's crazy. I remember that. And he's like, bro, you want to drive? What you mean do I want to drive? And I think I drove from St. Pete Beach back to my mom's or something like that.
Statute of limitations is...
You're good, bro. 7 years. Yeah. Yo, you're good. You're clean. It's all good. So yeah. So I told you I was good. But it was for me, that's a memory I'll remember forever. Being in, I mean, just to be clear, so to clear your conscience a little bit, I've been driving since I was like 4 years old. I used to sit on my dad's lap. By the time I was 12, I was bending corners. You know what I mean? And so,
I had faith in you.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't know ordinary ass 12-year-old. You know what I mean? So, so that's my story. Right, but let's see. I know you got something in the memory.
My earliest memory of you and your sister, it was when we would come down. I would come down every summer, and you guys didn't originally live here. You guys were also visiting when you were real little.
Yep.
And you had a skunk stripe yellow mohawk.
Yes.
And you guys were staying on the beach, I believe.
Yeah.
And then the next year I came back and you had shaved sides and a ponytail. Every time I came back every year, you had a different look. You had a different, you were into different music. You were evolving every single time. So it was like, probably until I actually moved down here, that you were kind of settled into your hip-hop phase, I would say.
Yeah.
So that would be 98. So you were probably a freshman. I had graduated high school. And I moved down here to go to college. That I just went to community college. I was supposed to go to like USF, but I didn't do that. I just, fucked off and got a regular job, working at the stadium with all my cousins, and had zero friends. And then Pauline and Ryan were friends.
Yeah.
And Ryan's my cousin.
Yeah.
Donna's actually my cousin too.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I think she's your aunt.
She's my mom's first cousin, my first cousin's second.
Okay.
I believe it is.
Yeah.
And then I had nobody to hang out with, and Ryan was like, "Well, come hang out with us." And that was all she wrote. We would sit in your mom and dad's house and play Tekken.
Yes.
Tekken
2 or Tekken 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
And your sister would whip our ass at Tekken.
She would whip everybody's ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We even had to bar her from certain people. She wasn't allowed to use the capoeira guy. I forget his name. Eddie.
Eddie Gordo.
Yes. She wasn't allowed to use Eddie because she would just be a slaughter. And then I eventually got better at it. I think we were using PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
That was in your room, right?
Yeah.
You
My
have
room
bunk
was
beds?
the game room.
Didn't you have a bunk bed?
Initially, I did. Yeah, I did have a bunk bed. Yeah.
Right, yeah. So that was. And then we were just hanging out, and that's when we really started to get to know each other. We were just when we were young and hanging at the beach. It was just a couple hours here, a couple hours there.
Exactly.
And then we were there, and then ever since then, and then things we finally grew apart a little bit, and you had your issues, and now we're old and sitting here.
So, bro, okay, it's Live Struggle Legacy.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
We tell stories, bro, and the whole premise is we celebrate people and their passions, right?
Right.
So tell us about Dominic Leporati. Tell us about Dom. What's your live struggle, brother? However deep you want to go with it.
Well, you called me a child actor. I mean, I did one movie and maybe a commercial, but I had a small part in a movie when I was 12, same age as my kid. Shout out to Henry.
Yeah.
Then I wanted to do that, but it didn't work out. And I lived up in Philly doing that, so we can go to New York and do all the auditions and all that shit. And that didn't work out. So then, I moved down here.
But real quick, just pause for a second,
Pause.
because I need some details on that, bro. How did that come to be? And he's downplaying that. He was in a movie with Al Pacino, and it wasn't a real well-known movie, but it was a movie with Al Pacino. So you were in the studio with Al Pacino at 12 years old. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I did not meet the man. He did his stuff in New York, and I did mine in Philadelphia.
Okay.
But he is in the movie for sure. He's the grandfather role, and I was a kid on the street kind of thing. And I had several lines, but they cut me down to four lines. Yeah.
Okay.
I had different scenes. It was really neat. It was one of the coolest things. I got my own dressing room. How it worked was my mom sees an article in the paper. I needed my mom or my aunt, and it said we're looking for young Italian boys, and I fit that bill.
Yeah.
So we went down to the Public Library of Philadelphia. I auditioned, then I auditioned again and again and again, and then I finally come out. My dad's with me this time at one of the auditions. My dad's name's Fred. So I come out, and I go, I got a part. He goes, yeah, right. I said, yeah, his name's Freddie. And my dad's like, oh, bullshit, because his name's Fred. So he didn't believe me.
He thought he
I was like, I swear, they said I have a part.
And it was his name really Freddie?
Yeah, and the director came out and said, yeah, he's going to be Freddie. And my dad was like, no shit. And I was like, I'm in a movie. And then it took a while, actually, for the production and all that stuff to get going and everything. And then I was actually down here when they said you got to be here in a week and you can't be tanned. So I couldn't go out when I was down here in Florida. I couldn't go out at the beach. I couldn't go out. I had to slather with sun because they wanted me to be pale because they're supposed to be from up north.
Yeah, exactly.
So then it was 2 days of going downtown Philly and doing my acting for the first time. And then we went to the rap party and did all the cool stuff. And the movie came out and nobody saw it.
It was called 2 Bits, right?
2 Bits, yeah.
2 Bits. So you make sure y'all check it out, Young Dom, right?
12-year-old Me, yep.
That's what's up, man.
Yep.
Okay, so my bad, I interrupted you, but I thought that was important because like that, I always remember that Dom was in a movie, you know, like
I
that.
definitely played that up.
Yeah, no, that's what's up. So then you moved down to Florida in '98. So we're back in '98.
Yep, and then I went to community college for a little while. I worked at all the stadiums, and not only you, I want to shout out to Shots too, my cousin.
Yeah, Shots, absolutely.
Yeah, if it wasn't for you guys and Shots, I would have been a mess here in Florida. So he took care of me. He took me out and got me jobs and took me to, socialize me a little bit because I was kind of an introvert. And so I didn't have, I didn't know anybody. So you guys all helped me up with, kind of a life, which made me feel good. I got to hang out with your friends, Orlando and Aaron, and I forget the surfer kid's name. It was like Andrew or something like that.
Bro, I don't even remember.
I don't know either.
There was a surfer. Oh, Sean. Was his name Sean?
Something like that. He had like
Sean
surfing stuff on his walls in his house. Anyway, I don't remember.
Bro,
he was one of the three that you hung out with all the time.
Okay.
And we, did some shenanigans that I can't really talk about. But
we probably didn't talk about it, but it's all good. We'll keep you safe, bro.
Right, exactly.
Your secret's safe.
And then I had kind of a little breakdown, actually, because I was like, what the hell am I doing? I don't want to be working at a stadium. I should be in school. I should be there. My dad, who lived up north at the time, said, look, I'm renovating my upstairs apartment. Come here and do that with me and get your head right. I did that. And I came back down and I enrolled in University of Tampa and moved in and went there for 2 years and then got an economics degree.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so thanks to my dad for smacking the crap out of me, getting me back
and
in line.
You're an economist now, right?
Oh, I'm not an economist. No, I work in a different business and I don't want to talk about because it's not my favorite thing.
But what brought you into? Yeah, I don't need to talk about my day job shit.
Yeah.
But what made you want to study economics?
It was easy. I actually went to University of Tampa because I wanted to be a film. They have a film class, and then I decided to take the safe route, which was dumb.
All the grown-ups like,
yeah.
What are you gonna do with it?
Yeah, I could do economics, and it sounded smart, and it was something I could understand, so I just did it that way. I should have just followed what I was supposed to do, and that's what I tell my kid. Look, you can fail at shit you hate too, so you might as well try for the thing that you want.
That's what's up, man. I love that. That's how you're leading Henry, man.
There's no reason to go through life regretting shit.
Yeah,
we all have those dumb things that we've done and regretted, but I just try to instill into them. Look, you gotta like what you do because if you don't, you're just gonna be miserable. So that led me to working at a company when I was 2004. I finally decided to go corporate. Now I'm sitting in a cubicle, which I don't know if you've ever done that. I know you. I know where you've been, but it does feel that way. At least I could go home at night.
I've lived in cubicles.
Yeah. I know you've lived in a cubicle, so I know you want to know what it feels like to be in a small space made of carpet.
Yeah.
With assholes coming up talking to you all the time. You're just trying to get your work done. It's so I was good at it, so I could do it fast. So I had a lot of downtime, but I wasn't going to be like, hey, give me more work.
Yeah.
So I got bored one day and I decided to start writing stuff. And I started to write, because when I was younger, I would write, dumb stories about me and my friends and never finish them. I would put them on one of those little the floppy disks that went
Yeah, the
3.5 floppy disk.
Yeah.
So I have a bunch of those somewhere on some word processing. It probably doesn't even work anymore, but I did that. And then I'm starting to write. I decided I'm going to write a script.
So that's when you started writing, like 04.
Yes, because I was bored.
Yeah.
So this was a couple of years in, so 05, 06, and I was writing this script called Sick Boys.
Okay.
Sick Boy is like it's a song from Social Distortion where it's like talking about greaser guys, slick back hair, tattoos and stuff. So it turned out to be just a story about, I used all my friends as characters. Paul, Billy, and Mike. They were my friends that I left in Philly, and I came to here.
Bro, I vaguely think I remember you telling me about some of them.
Yeah. Paul still remains one of my best buds.
Oh yeah, that's what's up. Shout out Paul.
Yeah, right. And Billy too. Billy's actually one of the main characters of the book because he was always a little nuts. No offense, Bill. But
we're all nuts, Bill. Don't worry, bro.
Yeah. So it's kind of like you ever see Red Dawn?
It's a comedy, a new comedy.
It's not a comedy. It's it's when the Russians take over.
Oh yeah. I remember. I don't know if I've seen it, but I know of it.
Charlie Sheen, back then. Well, anyway, it's the same kind of concept. We're regular guys, and then suddenly we get attacked here. So the script is it's like a couple 100 page or so. It's just me and my friends surviving that.
Okay.
I changed the names of everybody really, so it's not like us, but I use like the descriptions. They're all of us, but it is us. So I wrote that as a script, and then I sent it to production companies. I put a big old envelope script. Did it just like as I remembered when I was a kid.
So
I had a script from my 2-bits, so I knew what they looked like. I knew how this format went, and I copied that, and I sent them away, and they all came back with like, we don't open these without a literary agent or without a...
Oh, son of a...
Yeah, so nobody read them. So I was very dejected. So I wrote another one, but then I wrote the comedy, which is called Office Chicks, which is about... Because now I'm working in the office, so now I make a script about people in the office. It's a goofball script. I made that. I didn't finish it because I was in the middle of writing it when I got everything back from the first one. I was like, well, what am I doing?
Damn.
Yeah.
Man, you let it... Yeah. You still have
It
it?
killed my dreams. Yeah, I have.
You ever finished it?
The comedy, no.
Bro. It ain't too late.
Well, then I took Sick Boys, the first one,
Yeah.
and turned it into a book. I wrote a second part and a third part, and rather than making it 3 scripts, I made it 1 book.
Did you call it Sick Boys?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's on Amazon.
Hell yeah.
It's not edited. It's real raw. It's real rough. It's just me. That was my first attempt at writing. So if you read it, it sounds just like us talking. It doesn't sound like I know what I'm doing writing-wise. And then I had my buddy try to edit it for me and everything, and he fixed some of the spelling errors. But I'm not an English major, so I didn't really know. Honestly, my sentence structure sucks. Anyway. So then I wrote that and was like, I'm going to put it on Amazon. I don't care. I put it on Amazon and like 5 people bought it, random friends or whatever bought it. But it was just a cool story about me and my buddies. So then the next time I was like, you know what? I can do another one because I'm sitting here bored in this cubicle. Just writing every once in a while. So I wrote another one. I was like, I wrote another one. I think that was this one actually, which everyone hates the title.
Your book?
Yeah.
I mean, look, why not, bro?
Right. Well, it's about I kind of used to I had a bully when I was a kid, and
we gotta make sure they can see these.
Oh yeah.
I gotta check this out. We're gonna get to promoting soon.
Yeah. So it's about a guy who just starts randomly getting harassed. He's just a normal dude, boring guy. He gets harassed, and he's like, what the hell is going on? Like, kind of stuff like you go downstairs, you hear someone knocking on your back door, you open up the door, no one's there, and then the front door widens open, and now you're freaking me out, right? It's kind of like a thriller. So then I wrote all that, did the same thing, got my friend to try to edit it, and then I think this might have been I think I found some woman through, I don't know who the hell I found it through, but I found, her name's Lauren Carson. She's an English professor out in Mississippi, so I sent her the book. I said, how much? She's like, I don't know. Just I'll do all the, spelling errors and sentence structures and all that as best as she could. $700, which is $1 million when you're got no money. And there's that one.
Oh hell yeah! So you did pay a professional editor?
Well, she was like an English professor. Like compared to this one, this is the newest one that I wrote for my kid. This one I paid an editing company. That would be Embers Igniting. That's the name of their editing company. They professionally edited it. I had to go through a structural edit and a line edit, which is like, structural is they take your every word and destroy it.
Yeah.
Just to be like, this sentence makes no sense. You said this over here. Now this doesn't make sense because you said this over, you don't know this because you're writing it in stream of consciousness kind of. So
Yeah.
So I went through a legit editing process with just 2 of them. So, and that costs a lot of money. So I can't keep doing it because no one buys the books.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm here. I'm trying to sell these things now.
Bro, yeah, you sold some though.
Yes, I sold some. Yes. Yeah.
So 2 thoughts, bro. Not to interrupt, but 2 thoughts, right? So I lived in my cubicle
for a
long
while,
time,
yeah.
right? And I read a lot of books. books.
Oh yeah.
Right? Some really amazing books, right?
Yeah.
And I wasn't really big on fiction, to be honest. But I even, like, at one point, I actually taught a creative writing class, believe it or not, in prison to convicts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I had a lot of fun with that. And we wrote some really cool stories, and like we'd share our stories,
Yeah.
right? But you know, God bless the dead. I took a college creative writing class with a guy named Gabriel Horn. Rest in peace, Gabriel Horn. He was a really amazing dude. And I wrote a short story in that class, and I got locked up in that class. And then when I came out, he's like, look, just revise your paper, whatever. But he put me on to this book called, it's by Stephen King, and it's a self-help book. I've been looking for a partner that feels like the right fit for this show. A brand that shares the same commitment to quality, comfort, and a better lifestyle. After a lot of research, I found exactly that in Cozy Earth. They create luxury bedding and pajamas made from 100% bamboo, naturally breathable, incredibly soft, and designed to keep you cool and comfortable all night long. It's the kind of product that elevates everyday life, which is exactly the type of brand I want to bring to this community. Cozy Earth also stands behind their products with a 10-year warranty on their premium bamboo bedding, plus free shipping on orders over $50. If you've been looking to upgrade your sleep and align with a brand that fits the values of this show, visit CozyEarth.com and use the code LSL for 40% off your order. That's CozyEarth.com, code LSL for 40% off. It's called Stephen King on Writing. It's fucking dope, bro.
Yeah.
If you haven't read that book,
No,
read that book. And but I will never forget this quote. And he said, it's not his quote. This is an Ernest Hemingway quote. And I'm not like a traditional, fine,
Right.
but literature. But like, Hemingway was that dude, and I know more of his quotes than his actual books.
Right.
But I will say, I love this quote and it resonates. I mean, clearly it's with me now. He said, there's only one rule of writing. There are no rules.
Right.
As long as your reader can follow you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thought I want to share with you. And another thought, and don't y'all take this and run with it. Because it could get messy.
Right.
But you know where you could get all your shit edited for free? I'm putting you on a free game, but don't be cheating and, you know what I mean? Like
What?
ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Right? But my thing is, don't have ChatGPT write the whole fucking book.
No.
You got these people, some dude, 100 books. 100 books. He's pumping them out on Amazon. Oh, ChatGPT, man, don't be a loser, bro.
Right.
That's, you know what I mean? But create content, and then that's the beauty of AI.
Yeah.
It's like people say, oh, AI is the devil. It's the devil, right? Maybe if you use it like that, you know what I mean? But the whole thing is, it's a tool, and it can save you tremendous time and money.
Yeah.
So you write your book, and then you put it into your AI. You got a free editor, bro.
Well, it didn't exist when I was...
I thought about that.
Yeah.
I thought about it. It didn't exist, right? But, this ain't over, bro. And I would love to see that script, Office Girls. That sounds dope.
It is funny.
It's almost like the sequel to Office Space, but
Right,
we've got girls. And,
it's like, two goofballs that hate their jobs in a cubicle that are, doing what you do. There's the girls over there drinking and having fun and, doing other things. When I first started publishing on Amazon, it would just say, did you write this? And I would get them copywritten first. So I had the copyright, then I would publish them. Now, the last book I wrote, which was Scavengers, which that's the latest. It asked, did AI help you write this? Yeah.
When you published it?
I said, no.
Because this is post.
Yeah, this is post
ChatGPT.
Exactly. This is post when people are just, putting in an idea and then the story's coming out of the computer.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, I didn't. So now it does ask you that, and it does want to know if AI has anything to do with your book.
YouTube does that now.
Yeah.
YouTube says if you've done anything in AI, you need to disclose it here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I've actually written 6 books.
Okay, hell yeah.
So there's Sick Boys, that one, your book. Then I wrote this weird book called Wraith. You know what a wraith is?
I don't think it. WRAITA?
Yeah. It's kind of like a spirit.
Okay.
Kind of like a spirit that can't rest until it gets its revenge. Kind of.
Okay. It's another kind of thriller, like
this
horror?
this was like a horror dark book. Yeah.
Okay.
That one's about it takes place in Philadelphia in the 30s, and he's a radio guy.
Yeah.
So he's got how you say he's that guy. And
got the voice.
Yeah. He's doing the old pilots back in the day. You know how they do the serials where they're like characters, and so he's one of the characters in it, and he wakes up covered in blood and has no idea what's happening, and then as you go through the story, he starts to realize what's going on, and it's a little spiritual, it's a little dark, it's a little I go through paintings. I like to use actual things, like actual paintings as reference points or actual places as reference points. So that one gets a little dark and creepy. And then I wrote another one called Dusters, which is a play on a treasure hunt.
Yeah.
The kids, they're in college. I believe it's college. And then, because I forget them, getting old, a professor says he wants to put them through a test, and the test winds up being finding Blackbeard's treasure. So it takes them all over to North Carolina and to all the places where I used history, but where the I can't remember the ship right now. So
it's almost like historical fiction.
Right,
Yeah, I love historical fiction.
Right. So you go through that, and then it goes through history as far as there's a museum in the place, and then I use the people, even the curator's name. I use the stuff that they found, like they found the bell of his ship. I'm blanking on the ship's name, but they and then it's a treasure hunt movie, and of course they find the treasure and that stuff. Maybe. Yeah. But then I
gotta read it.
Right. And then I wrote another one called Blueprint, which I don't have any of the books. I should have had them all, but you have to,
Don't worry, they're gonna check. They're gonna go to Amazon.
Yes,
we'll get there.
Just put that name in there. I'm the only one that exists. That one is about. You like history, right?
I love history.
Okay, so General MacArthur in the Korean War.
Okay, my memory's a little foggy, but
yeah. So
I remember MacArthur.
He gets fired towards the end of the Korean War, but my book takes place if he didn't get fired, and then America goes into China and takes over China. So it's an alternate future where we own China, America owns China, and they're like our slave state. And now the main character is a little Chinese girl, who is sick. She has a tumor in her head, and she goes to the main company that kind of runs things in China, and they say that we can fix her, but she has to go on this game show. And the game show is kind of like Total Recall, except instead of actually physically going into it, they put you under, and then you go under the blueprint, and you could pick something through history. Like I want to go through, let's say World War II. I want to go through a battle of World War II, and it's however long you last, you get more money and more money. Your family gets more money. So of course the mom says, "Well, we're not going to put her in. She's going to die at the end because that's the ultimate thing. You just have to last until you die."
Okay.
She's like, "I'm not going to do that with my kid."
Squid Games.
Yeah, Squid Games. Yes, exactly. Before Squid Games existed.
Yeah.
I wrote this before that. And then so she goes through that, and then of course she becomes the hero and escapes, and the mom tries to save her and all that kind of stuff. I don't know how much I'm supposed to give away from my books, but then the last book was this one, Scavengers, which I decided I wanted.
That's your latest book.
This is my latest book. Yeah, I wanted to write a book for my kid, Henry. So as it says on the page here, for Henry.
Okay.
So I made him the main character. So it's him it's him and a couple of friends in middle school that they're gifted kids because Henry's in gifted.
Okay. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I wanted to kind of ground it in kind of his kind of situation, except it takes place in the 90s because for whatever reason when I do something like that, I usually go personal because I want to make sure that I'm not copying shit.
Yeah. Okay.
So I use personal things that I know aren't in other books.
Yeah.
Because it can't be.
Like real experiences.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
This is my story.
It's my story. It's my experience.
Yeah.
So it's a group of gifted kids. They get invited to a scavenger hunt in the Smithsonian. So they go from Philly to Washington, D.C. And now they're doing a scavenger hunt to try to just get, to win. There's gifted kids from all over the country kind of try to win this scavenger hunt. And then one night, one of the kids wakes up and finds out that the leaders or the people that run the scavenger hunt are actually using the kids to try to find something to make them money, rather than for the scavenger hunt to be like for the kids. It's for them. It's a ruse. And then Henry and his group of friends are like, well, F this. They're using us. So we're going to figure out what it is and we're going to get it first. And we're going to take it from them. And things happen.
Things happen. Got to read the book to find out.
Exactly.
So was it your acting that kind of got you interested in scripting, which eventually got you?
I wanted to be in movies. I wanted to make movies. I actually believe I asked Pauline to get me in touch with your dad because I was like, I got a script, and I don't think I ever did talk to him, but I think I tried to talk to your dad about it because I was like, I want to find out how I can get this script to somebody that might use it.
Yeah.
Shit never happens like that. So.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
your dad was out of it for a long ass time.
Yeah, and then like I don't know, a lot of people have tried it, but my dad's he's doing
1,000 different things.
Yeah, exactly. It's and then like his main partner in the film industry. Well, sadly, all his partners they've passed.
Oh,
they're actually remaking The Kiss of the Spider Woman.
I know it's with J-Lo.
J-Lo. I forgot about that. And I don't know.
To my wife.
Yeah, I don't know how my dad feels about that, because they're like purists and but no disrespect, but like maybe people will stay awake with J-Lo. I'm not. Look, that movie was nominated for an Academy Award. It was a masterpiece of art. But for a kid, every time I would try to watch it, I would fall right asleep. No disrespect, Dad.
That's Raul Julia, right? Gomez Adams is in it.
So Raul Julia, who's Gomez Adams, and I believe Vincent D'Onofrio was in it.
Okay.
Sonia Braga was in it.
Right.
It was
they are remaking it. It's like a musical now. Was your dad's musical?
No.
There's a lot of singing and dancing.
It's been on Broadway.
Oh, okay.
They've done like Kiss of the Spider Woman on Ice, I think. Even you know what I mean? Like it definitely made waves for sure.
Yeah, they're remaking it. So.
And it took my dad out to the Cannes Film Festival in France. It was nominated for Academy Award.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that would be my ultimate goal. When I'm on Twitter or anything or X, I try to advertise on X. So if you go on my Twitter, it's just my name. I like hashtag Hey Disney. You looking for new ideas? And then hashtag Disney or at Disney Studios. Come on, I mean you're remaking every goddamn movie on the planet.
Some new shit.
There's a million indie writers that are out there that have all new stories for you, and you're just remaking the same crap. Let's give someone else a chance. But Netflix, I do the same thing with Netflix and all this. Even Amazon Prime. I'm like, it's all on Amazon. You sell it.
Yeah,
make it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, bro, keep at it. That's all I can say. Like, I got this ongoing theme. I was telling a close friend today, and a close friend told me this. With anything that you're doing, you got to keep your hand on that motherfucking pressure point. You know what I mean? Keep your hand on that pressure point, and don't lose faith in what you're doing, and continue to have fun with it. Because clearly you enjoy doing this, or you wouldn't do it, right? Yeah. So, but like I look forward to hearing the end result to that, because that actually sounded pretty dope, bro. You never know. You finish something, what could happen? Yeah. And now. Think about when you wrote that and when you were trying to find publishing to now all the resources that you have at the tip of your fingers. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's amazing what you can do while still working a full-time job and being a dad and, all those other things. Yeah.
It's nice to have like Amazon to self-publish, because another thing that happened again with like my first several books was you send it to a publisher. You want them to publish your book. They send it back and say you need a literary agent. So now you got to go a step back. Now you got to try to send your book to a literary agent. You have to send them a letter that's like, here's the idea for my book. Here's the first 4 chapters, blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, we're not looking for this at this time. It's just rejection after rejection after rejection. So I just said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm putting it on Amazon myself, and I'm going to try to advertise it on Facebook or, repost it 1,000,000 times, or, I don't know, please share this. Just like your podcast. You're like, come on. You're looking at it, you read it, share it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because other people have they play their bands, they do that, do they expect you to share it? It's like, share it, man. Come on.
You know what drives me crazy about the podcast? If you're watching this, I'm talking to you. People watch it, but they don't subscribe to my channel. How many fucking times I have to tell you to subscribe to my channel? Look, I appreciate y'all watching, but it makes a huge difference. Hit that notification. I'm not asking you for money. I'm not asking you to, I'll take money, but I'm not asking you for it. Like, hit that notification bell, hit that subscribe button. You know what I mean? Show me that you're fucking with me. And if it's crazy, somebody, oh man, I saw your podcast. I don't see on my show. I can see who subscribed to my channel. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But, yeah, bro. So tell us. So it's on Amazon. Is there anywhere else that it's at?
No. Amazon.
Okay. Well, that's all, the only place it really needs to be.
Right. Yeah. That you can buy a Kindle if you have a Kindle. If you like to read them like that, you can buy it softback, and some of them have hardbacks. You didn't know this, but like the back of a book has an ISBN number.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have to buy those.
Oh shit! Is that it? But it's almost like a serial number, right?
Right. So like you could go to Barnes and Noble and say, I have an ISBN number. I need this book, and they'll look it up for you, and if they can get it, they'll get it. So I don't know if they can order it from Amazon, but
is that the same as a UPC?
No, ISBN is like it's like I don't know. I worked in the bookstore at a college, and when you wanted to look specific book up, it's kind of like
you have to find. I remember doing that.
Social security number.
You have to make sure. Oh wait, it doesn't match the ISBN because you might have the same title, different ISBN. Yeah.
Exactly. So you have to buy them, but you have to buy a specific one for each different version of the book. So there's an ISBN number for the Kindle, there's an ISBN number for the paperback, there's an ISBN number for the hardback. So it gets expensive. And the editing process is very expensive, but it's worth it because they make me sound smart.
Well, remember what I said, wink, wink. You know what I mean? And man, don't y'all be making a bunch of, nonsense with ChatGPT, right? Just pumping it out. Make real content and let the AI assist you. That's what it's for, right? Not to do all the work for you, you know?
I actually made a couple, I don't know if you saw it, I made like a couple of AI videos. Like I put in the premise of the book, and then it made a little snippet video, and I posted that. Kind of looked pretty cool. It worked out.
Yeah. No, but I love what you're doing. And I really appreciate you coming and sharing your story. Yeah, no, absolutely, bro. It's been a pleasure. We've been cooking this up for a long time. And make sure y'all go check out Dominic Leporati.
Yeah, this is how you spell it.
But now everybody's watching. Some people are listening. So I'm gonna spell it for him. Dominic. If you don't know how to spell Dominic, but I'm gonna spell it for you because a lot of y'all can't spell. I can't spell it. Dominic, Dominic. Leporati, Leporati. I didn't even have to look. You see that, bro? So make sure y'all check him out. He's on Amazon, and I just want to make sure, bro, that we got this platform. The people are watching, they're listening. Is there any message that you have for the people, or anything closing remarks?
Yeah, I would like everybody to give everybody that's an indie writer, or an indie author, or an indie rapper, or an indie podcaster, give them a chance.
Yeah. Subscribe
to their stuff, share their stuff, because it's hard. And one share goes a long way.
It absolutely does.
As soon as you see someone share your stuff, it's like, somebody saw it, somebody cared. It doesn't take much, it's a button.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Exactly.
I just want people to. It doesn't have to be my stuff. It doesn't have to be his stuff. It just go to somebody that's trying their hardest, an indie author or an indie rap, anything that they're putting their heart and soul into. And if they ask you to share it, or if they see it on your page, look what I made. Share it, or like it, or give it a comment, or if you read a book like somebody, give them a small review, give them a 5-star, or give me a 2-star. I don't give a shit as long as you just show me that you care. That you've done it.
Sharing is caring. So
Barney taught us that.
Well, man, thank you so much, bro. It's been a pleasure. And I haven't seen you in actually I did see you recently.
Yeah. Under different circumstances.
Yeah, on some not so happy circumstances, but it's been a pleasure. And make sure y'all check him out. Check out the books. If you want to connect with him, you can find him on the socials, Dominic Leporati, or Sick Boys, right?
Oh, that's just my. That's the name of the book, the one book. But you can look up the books. You can look.
But that's where they can find you on social.
No, just my name.
Okay.
Yeah,
Dominic
I keep it
Leporati.
simple.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
These are for you.
Oh, thank you so much, bro. I'm definitely gonna tap in. Yeah, that's what's
This
up.
one you could probably read with your kids.
This one, I'll definitely read to Rafi. Thank you so much, bro.
Right.
This is Dominic Leporati and Live Struggle Legacy. I appreciate y'all checking in. Listen, man, if y'all haven't done so, please make sure, if you're watching, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button, hit that like button. If you got a question for Dom, drop it in the comments, start a conversation. If you're listening on a streaming platform, please make sure you hit the follow button, download, save, rate us. And if you're looking to promote your business, holler at me because we're looking for sponsors. Live Struggle Legacy. We build a pyramids.
At Autism Acceptance All-Stars, it's more than awareness, it's action. When you sign up at the AAAS.org, you join a movement for acceptance, inclusion, and real impact. Don't miss our Memories Delivered program. We bring professional photographers right to the homes of autism families, capturing genuine moments in the comfort of their own space. Becoming an All-Star is free, but the difference you make is priceless. Visit the AAAS.org today. Be seen, be heard, be an all-star. If you'd like to promote your business on the show, please DM us for sponsorship opportunities. Thanks for tuning in. We out. Live Struggle Legacy. It's a whole movement.